Producers who produce entertainment and profitable films are uplifters of society. But today the film industry is making losses with 90% flops. If this continues like this, nobody will come forward to produce a film in future. Film industry should be saved from such a crisis situation. The industry should be changed as that rains money for the producers. We teach thus, training for cinema producer, course to save the producers from incurring huge losses. Film production training course. Film business is one of the top 10 business industries. Film business is very profitable compared to other businesses. Because one-time investment, long-term income. Example, for long does a film once taken remain intact. But for example, if it is a hotel business, the food items cooked on one day should be sold completely on the same day. If the rest spoils on the next day, the loss will be incurred or the profit will decrease. If the movie is not released in the same month or the same year due to distributor and buyer's non-cooperation, it can be released in the next month or the year. The film does not rot. Also can be sold to digital media, or YouTube stream, as well as dubbing rights and remake rights of other languages. Once the film is released in the theater, dubbing rights and digital rights can be sold in different ways. Don't take loans at high interest and make a film. Those who make a film with their own money will have profit. This film business is superior because of its effect and benefit on people. The film is effective because according to our history and mythology, a ferocious hunter who purpose, a physician can reduce diseases in the human body with medicines, but there is no medicine for psychosis, mental disorder. There is a possibility to eradicate such mental disorders and socio-political disorders. For example, some people who have lost everything in life and want to commit suicide in despair, there is a possibility that people who have faced such hardships will not commit suicide after seeing the characters who have faced such hardships and overcome them and succeeded. Others correct their mistakes and lead a better life. Some find mental independence. There is no other chance to be a Swarvatham Bhavak after knowing the mistakes that man makes knowingly and unknowingly. Since all systems are man-made, systems are good by the best thinkers. If the systems are good, the country will be good. This is the movie of Vishwa Guru which transforms the universal humanity into the best thinkers. Purpose of cinema. A scene depends on the language in which it is written, so that the people of that examplian can understand it and those who can read it. But because cinema is a visual and auditory medium that is understood by the world's humanity, all people who can see and hear are affected. Sight and sound are the language of the world. World means nations, nations mean systems, systems are all man-made. So if all the people are made the best thinkers, the systems and thus the nations will change and the world people will live with the comforts of peace by the best thinkers. A film that achieves such the welfare of the world. Ultimately cinema is the universal guru. By eradicating unintended dangers as well as social and political disorders, a film industry that can achieve the great task of creating a comfortable and welfare state is great. Apart from that, it gives entertainment to the restless people who are constantly faced with many problems and gives them mental peace and happiness for a while. Crafts of cinema industry are 25 crafts. But these 25 crafts are unknown to most of the directors and producers of cinema. 25 crafts are explained below. 1. Production. 2. Direction. 3. Script. 4. Cast and crew. 5. Cinematography. 6. Music. 7. Stunt direction. 8. Choreography. 9. Art direction. 10. Editing. 11. Dubbing. 12. Still photography. 13. Makeup. 14. Costume designing. 15. Publicity designing. 16. Audiography. 17. Junior artists. 18. Background dancers. 19. Junior artists agents. 20. Outdoor lightmen. 21. Studio workers. 22. Production executive. 23 production assistants, 24 outdoor unit technicians, 25 production women. Producer. A cinema production company or producer is required to invest an adequate fund to pay the costs of actors and technicians as well as location and filming and publicity. The producer should get the film banner example listed. Music. Film music. Music is a universal language. Creating music that stirs the viewer's emotions through appropriate background and makes the entire movie experience more creative and resonant for the audience. Music ranks at the top of the 25 crafts that make a film a success, just like actors and directors. Stunt direction. Stunt direction, even a simple jump that looks so effortless on screen is actually a remarkable process. To this extent, the film. Stunt direction is another one of the 25 key aspects of making. This craft is most important in fight scenes. Choreography. Movies are associated with many arts. Dance is one of these. Songs and dances make films successful. This includes creating dances that convey some aspect of the story or purely for entertainment purposes. Art direction. Not every scene can be shot in every environment. Art direction works from designing the set to ensuring that the locational setting meets the demands of the scene and film. Editing. 2. The editor combines scenes out of sequence into a proper sequence and adds visual effects. Visually, the scenes from the beginning to the end of the film is added together without missing all, and the film is edited to a perfect visual. Dubbing. Not all dialogues delivered at the shooting spot have perfect mannerism and pitch. So, post-shoot dubbing i.e. dubbing after the shoot is necessary to make the film without error as possible. Still photography. Still photos of key moments in various shots are taken during the shooting itself. These are useful in movie posters and other promotional materials. These posters are used to attract the audience to the theater. Makeup. Depending on the nature of the characters, he should be macked up. If we take Puranas, the artist should be macked up as Rama and Krishna are characters. In historical movies, the artist should be macked up as characters like Ashoka, Pratapa Rudra. In social movies, there are many types of characters. Example, hero Kamal Hassan did 10 different types of characters in Dasavataramu movie. His makeup has been 10 different types as per 10 different characters. Costume designing. Film costume designing. The makeup and costume designer let audience feel a 30-year-old man is an old man, a 60-year-old man is a young child. Be it mainstream movies or art films, the costumes should suit the nature of the character. Film publicity designing. Especially in today's competitive era, the publicity to a hit movie is also important. From poster designing to online promotion to media meetups, publicity designing is a craft that can create an interesting response to the public and bring the audience to the theater. This can attract the audience. This craft is used to market the film. Audiography. Music in movies plays a much wider role in making cinema a more robust medium. As dialogues play an important role in movies, silence plays an equally important role in such scenes. Audiographers and sound engineers mainly work on the three areas of dubbing, re-recording and sound effects to make the film more entertaining for the audience. Junior artists and background dancers. Whether they are background dancers or more of the crowd and do not enjoy special relevance when it comes to the plot, these people are still part of the 25 crafts without which filmmaking would never be possible. Example, in Bahubali, the film got its strength only because of the acting of a few thousand junior artists. Agents of junior artists. Agents or coordinators called junior artists agents arrange for these artists to participate in the production of the film when required. Outdoor lightmen. Just like cinematography, lighting also makes the camera work successful in shooting movies. To adjust the requirement of these lights, Outdoor lightmen make the necessary arrangements of lighting equipment and props on film sets. Studio workers. Studio workers are usually people who come to participate in films under an art director. Works like molding, painting, carpentry etc. are done. Different crafts are part of the film making process and all the crafts are supported. Outdoor unit technicians. Outdoor unit technicians look after the technical aspects of outdoor shooting. Production. If you go to these union offices, you will find as many artists as you want in all the 24 crafts. Their call sheet rates are fixed. You can call the union office and find out. 1. Telugu Film Director Association. 2. AP Cine Writers Association. 3. AP Cinematographer Association. 4. AP Film Editors Union. 5. AP Cine Art Director and Assistants Union. 6. AP Cine Still Photographers Association. 7. AP Cine Audiographers. 8. AP Cine Publicity Artists Union. 9. AP Cine NTV Outdoor Unit Technicians Union. 10. AP Cine Musicians Union. 11. AP Cine Stunt Directors and Stunt Artists Union. 12. AP Cine Production Executives Union. 13. AP Film Dancers and Dance Directors Association. 14. AP Cine Makeup Artist and Hair Stylist Union. 15. AP Cine NTV Costumers Union. 16. AP Cine NTV Outdoor Lightmen's Union. 17. AP Cine NTV Production Assistants Union. 18. AP Motion Picture and TV Drivers Union. 19. AP Movie Dubbing Artists Union. 20. AP Cine Studio Workers Union. 21. AP Cine Artists Union. 22. AP Cine Junior Artists and Agents Union. 23. AP Cine TV Junior Artists Union. 24. AP Cine NTV Production Women Workers Unions. Direction Department. The producer should appoint the best director. So first the producer has to test his knowledge regarding direction. To check up director's knowledge, read carefully direction theory important topics. Knowledge of direction. Theory of direction standard syllabus brief explained, learned from a highly qualified person. First, an agreement should be made with the director. The following things of pre-production should be known to the directors. Pre-production. 1. First, the agreement with director should be done. 2. Office establishment. Hiring office for 6 months. 3. Manager appointment of co-director, associate and assistant directors. 4. Selecting the movie story, bounded script of film. 5. The story of the film should be made into a script cinematography. 6. Short division. 7. Storyboard. 8. Location schedule. 9. Artist schedule. 10. Set properties list. 11. Day schedule. 12. Cast and crew selection. Character list main characters, sub-characters, 1 scene. Characters, junior artist scene number list. Technical depth. Selection VFX and CG works scenes in approx. Estimating duration. 13. All agreements, example registrations and permissions. 14. Recording of the songs. Example all procedures. A. Banner registration. B. Title registration. C. Location, local and public place permissions. 15. Production expenses in detail before shoot. 16. Before shooting example illustrations and permissions. Short division. Artist shots division, location shots division, set properties shots division, camera positions, angles, movements shots and divisions. Artist shot division should be like big close-up shots, mid shots, full shots, single artist shots 2, 3 or groups shots. By dividing the shot like this, you can shoot a film without wasting time, without changing the camera position, angles, lightings again and again. When camera is placed in a position or angle, close-ups or any those shots to be taken at that angle can be taken simultaneously. When going to a location due to division of location shots, no matter how many times that location comes in the film, all the shots can be taken simultaneously. By dividing set property shots, you can shoot all the scenes in the movie with those properties at once. By dividing the camera positions, angles, movements shots, the day before the shooting, the trolley, crane, drone cameras and lenses are prepared by the dope and the camera setup is ready before the artists come on the set. Storyboard. What should be seen on the screen in every second of the film should be clearly written shot by shot. In this, how should the opening shot be and how should the closing shot be? The correct method is to sit down in the film office and write what should be the artist's movements and camera movements. Because, at the shooting spot, if the director starts thinking the positions, angles and movements of artists and camera, the shooting will start late. In this way the shots that should be shot in 1 day have to be taken in 2 days. Location schedule. How many locations, how many shots in each location, how many days and all these details should be prepared. Location schedule. Artist schedule. Most probably, the artists will be busy. If the artist shots division is prepared, in which locations, which artists are there, and how many days will be clear and thus artists are booked in advance. Then artists also make those dates available to work. Set properties list. The objects are kept ready at the shooting spot based on the set properties shot division. Thus we can estimate the budget to be spent. Day schedule. Due to day schedule, we can understand that from the first day of shooting to the last day, which location, which set properties, which artists are required. Then producer make necessary arrangements. Production, related knowledge. Composition of shots. Composition is very important. First compose the shot. Properties composition, where the chairs should be placed if the artists are seated. If the objects used in the scene are to be placed somewhere, the script should be written beforehand. Materials, vehicles and machines should be composed. Artist composition, positions, angles and movements should be composed. Positions, when there are many artists, if thin and short artists stand behind the fat and tall artists, the people behind will not be seen in the camera. Starting positions, as well as movements in which position to sit or stand or sleep. So positions should be written in advance. Shooting of the scenes. The director must know in ability how to shoot following shots. Shooting visible things like location, set properties, 2D things, 3D things. Shooting of invisible things, imaginary locations like Brahmaloka, imaginary people like God, demons, other beings. Shooting of combined imaginary and real things. Green mat shooting and graphics. Because the scene where the artist is supposed to be sitting on the chair that rises in the air can be shown in the graphic of the chair floating in the air. But how to take the combination with the artist? How to shoot these? If you want to know, join Advanced Methods of Direction course. Shooting in different angles of things. Types of shots like crane shot, track shot. There are some types of still shots like close-up, mid-shot, full shot, long wide shot, pan shot, tin shot, trolley shot, crane shot, drone shot, zoom in and zoom out, and camera moving shots. If you know these shots thoroughly, you can take shots from different angles. Shooting of opinion, Focus on actors, mouth and throat movements in expressive scenes. Depending on the feelings, the artist moves. Depending on those movements, there are camera positions, angles, movements. If you want to know, join Advanced Methods of Direction course. Shooting status, feeling, activity scenes, correct performance of artists, artist appearance like costumes and makeup, proper attire for the role, suitable location, scene-related set properties, shooting different types of scenes, a horror, tragedy, comedy, romantic, serious, disgust, thrills, peaceful and fight scenes. Correct performance of artists, artist appearance like costumes and makeup, suitable location, scene-related set properties. Set properties, all the things used in the world, vehicles, machines, etc., which are required for a film, are called film set properties. Example, if a horror scene to be shot, the place, objects, vehicles, animals, cattle, birds and human shapes that are used in that scene should have to evoke fear. Example like graveyard, burning fire, dark time, owl, howling of foxes, cracked skulls are frightening. What kind of place, building, vehicle, machines, people and what kind of sounds should be used for which scene? If you want to know, join Advanced Methods of Direction course. 1. Shooting of all kinds of scenes. Moving things, camera and lenses, knowledge and using for quality and special effects. Editing, visual effects and the choice of location, how the scene should be set up. What kind of camera lens should be used? How should be the positions, angles, movements of the actors according to the special effects. To know all these skills, join in Advanced Theory of Direction. Dramatization of Pancha Abhinayams. Dramatization of feelings, opinions, emotions, status and activities. Dramatization of opinion, opinions personal, professional, devotional and social, mental dramas, some sentiments are expressed in dialogue so an extreme close-up on the lips should be taken as the mouth is the one that produces the sound. Zoom out and take a wide shot. Actors should correct lip movement. That means there should be no pronunciation error. Lip movements are the same for spoken dialogues with mispronunciation. The lip movements of dubbing artists uttering dialogues without pronunciation errors are another. Then it won't lip sync. How screen to be shared with artists and set goods should clearly be written in storyboard. If the artist's movements are good in the scene will be amazing. And if camera movements are also good, it will be super. Third kinds of dramatization. Natural dramatization. Famous director Sri Vishwan's movies are full of natural characters, dialogues, actors and scenes and locations. Effective dramatization. Famous director Sri Raghavendra Rao's films are made in effective direction. 3D movie is also made in effective direction. Trend dramatization. Directing movies according to those changing trends is called trend dramatization. Once upon a time Sholay, RGV Gari Siva and Arjun Reddy's movies came in the trend direction. Fiction dramatization. Shooting the story belongs to a fiction film. The activities of fiction cinema may not happen in our daily life. So those visuals should be imagined. Example, if two strange shapes are to be taken in the air as if they are fighting, what should those shapes look like? What should weapons be? That's how fights should be. How should they hang? Correct performance of artists, dialogues, shouts, gestures, body movements in each shot. Either while acting, one should decide which of the 5 roles is suitable for that scene and act. The artist's costumes and makeup should be appropriate attire for the role. Suitable location. Example, if the scene is related to pollution, industrial areas should be selected as the location. Sharing the screen by characters and set goods. In dramas, they decide how the stage should be shared by the artists and set goods. As if it had already been composed, here is the screen in the movie. Where artists should stand. or sit in that field, or to sleep, or to go from somewhere. All these should be written in the storyboard. Movements, characters' entry or existence or exit, movements of groups, movement of multitask. People at a scene, dance movements, fight movements, movements at Panchar Abhinays. All these should be written in the storyboard. Movements. How to shoot characters, entry, existence, exit, groups, movements. How to visualize the text. The story in the form of letters should be converted into a movie. Learn to visualize the text. Example, a character has come to Hyderabad. How to change this text visually is if the character is seen walking on the tank bund or walking in front of Charminar, the audience will understand that the character has come to Hyderabad. Because they are icon places. Balancing actions, reactions, and mood of all characters, reaction should match the action. If a role kicks gently, it should not be shown that opposite role has fallen very far away. If a role kicks strongly, it should not be shown that opposite role has fallen very near. So action and reaction should be balanced. The rest of the artists should balance their mood, not more or less, until the whole scene is completed, whichever role they are in. Suspense, showing the first story shots in the sequence of the story rather than showing them later as a flashback or as the main character investigates. Interval bang, there should be a suspenseful scene. Climax scenes, flag scene. The final scene of the movie. This is where the talent of the director comes out. Shots should be taken in different positions, angles and movements from shot to shot. Director must know and should be able to shoot all other scenes like storytelling, supporting situation topic, problem creating, struggle, solving, natural and character establishment scenes. All other scenes like storytelling, supporting situation, problem creation, struggle, resolution, natural and character building scenarios. Shots should be taken. Kinds of dramatization. Natural dramatization. Those who write the story of the award movie are again in natural dramatization with natural scenery, natural acting and natural scenes. Effective dramatization. Famous director Sri Raghavendra Rao's films are made in effective direction. At least the paper under the paper weight is also fluttering in the wind. 3D movie story should also be written in effective dramatization. Trend dramatization, people's, systems, ideas, interests, narratives change from time to time. Writing movies according to those changing perspectives is called dramatization. Fiction dramatization, the story that takes place in a fiction film is fictional. The way we act in our daily life is not in a fictional story. Natural dramatization. Those who direct the cinema of the award movie used to shoot in natural dramatization with natural scenery, natural acting and natural scenes. Effective dramatization. Famous director Sri Raghavendra Rao's films are made in effective direction. At least the paper under the paper weight is also fluttering in the wind. 3D movie story should also be directed in effective dramatization. Trend dramatization. People's, systems, ideas, interests, narratives change from time to time. Directing movies according to those changing perspectives is called trend dramatization. Fiction dramatization. In the fiction cinema, the scenes will be fictional incidents which cannot be seen in daily routine life. Post-production of cinema. After the completion of the visual part of the film, the post-production work will be done. Editing, VFX, color grading, CG works, animations, mixing, graphics, dubbing, sound effects, music etc. Editor will arrange all the OK shots in the order of the movie's story, and export the complete movie by combining all the shots. Later, he gives the visual effects. Green mat, ropes in rope fights should be removed from the film with CG work. If there are animations and graphics, they should be created and color graded. After the editing part is done, the dubbing should be done. After that dubbing, sound effects, music and the visual part of the film should be mixed. This is done by the sound engineer. This Tathangamanta takes place in dubbing studios. Book a dubbing studio equipped with latest instruments. Take censor certificate and publicity clearance certificate. Later buyers, distributors, or ad company representatives, other language dubbing rights sales representatives should be called to the preview of the movie. Thus, the movie should be released. Later other language dubbing rights, digital rights, or an ad should be sold. Selecting writer, a good writer should be selected. You should know what popular and entertainment scenes should be in the movie. A trained writer should be selected. The director should have been trained. Otherwise the movie becomes flop. Selecting cast, director should not appoint his family members or friends, relatives, familiar persons or any other recommended persons. Director should only select the actors as per their efficiency. Selecting technicians, the director should carefully appoint technicians with low remuneration and the high efficiency. Selecting writer, a good writer should be selected. A trained writer should be selected. The director must learn guidelines to selecting cinema story as per Guru Vyasa's advanced theory of story writing. The director should maintain director notebook. Practical experience. Theoretical practical experience professional. The director should have experience in theatre may be useful. Non-theoretical practical directors should not be appointed. Most of the movies are becoming flops. Immaturity. Don't hire unexperienced people. Someone may be born artist, but all are not born artists. One can become an artist by training. So trained direction students can be given opportunity. Anyhow, the producer checkup director is taught in above lesson by Guru Vyasa. Amateur practical experience, mainly short films and etc. Rarely films also. Amateurs mean that a person who has made a short film or a flop film only may or may not have direction knowledge. Mainly not show. Do not dare to experiment with crores of rupees. If such director with immature directorial skills are hired as a director, a chance losing huge amount of money. So hire a director who has been trained by a real director like Guru Vyasa. Performance. Assistant director. Why? Because it is true that any director will be busy in shooting. He uses to think how to shoot the scene on the set. His whole mind is filled with thoughts to bring the best output. Therefore, he does not sit while giving training to his assistants. So all of the assistant directors except born artists cannot work as a full-fledged director. Some of intelligent assistant directors may direct, but the producer should find out knowledge by asking questions from the above taught direction theory. If assistant director can answer to those questions, it is okay. The producer can appoint him as director. B. Director directed some movies. It's okay if we want to hire him as a director. It is a mistake. That's why we need to know how many flops are there in the director's film. If the reasons for success may be star heroes or story or other crafts. That is why, as per taught in the previous lessons, should check whether that director is having the best direction knowledge or not. If he passes in test, you can fix him as a director to your movie. C. Dedicated director. If dedicated director is appointed, success rate is 60% only. But theoretical knowledge is absolutely necessary. Must be trained, or should have read the film direction course book written by Dr. Vyasa Parasara Bahattar etc. D. Professional director. The work of a professional director may be average. He demands a bit better. Hire those trained in Sucharitha Film Institute. The best is to fix the director who trained under Drive. Vyasa Parashara Bhatta. A. Dedicated professional director. If dedicated professional director is fixed, success rate may be 70% only. Reasonable budget is required, and least profit is assured. If anybody thinks that whatever knowledge he has is the perfect direction knowledge, that person is called a frog in a well. The best is to fix the director who trained under drive. Vyasa, because the direction theory must be learned. F. Multi-talented professional director. Multi-talented means having many skills. A professional director with multi-skills can make success film. But success rate is 90% only. But movie runs for many days. Profits may be high, but he demands high remuneration. Better hire those trained in Sucharitha Film Institute. Direction students who are trained under the trainers like Dr. Vyasa will be able to perform complete direction. Moreover, they take less remuneration. A successful film can be made in a very low budget. G. Dedicated multi-talented professional director. A dedicated multi-talented professional director is 95% better. There is a chance that the movie will be a hit. Demands too much. Better hire those trained in Sucharitha Film Institute. Directing students who are trained under drive. Vyasa will be able to perform complete direction. Moreover, they take less remuneration. A successful film can be made in a very low budget. G. Dedicated multi-talented professional director. A dedicated multi-talented professional director's success rate is 95% only. There is a chance that the movie will be a hit. He demands too much. Better hire those trained in Sucharitha Film Institute. Directing students who are trained under drive. Vyasa will be able to perform complete direction. Moreover, they take less remuneration. A successful film can be made in a very low budget. H. Dedicated multi-talented professional trained director, 100% okay. There is a chance of the movie becoming a super hit. I. The director trained by Guru Vyasa Parashara Bhatta, the movie will be a blockbuster hit. This is a brief lesson on director selection. The original lesson is in the producer training course. Join now. Satyajit Ray, Shyam Benegal, Gautam Ghosh, Mrinal Sen, Anurag Kashyap, Apana Sen, Mani Ratnam, Raj Kapoor, Ritwik Ghatak, Dasari Narayana Rao, Madala Ranga Rao, R. People like Narayana Murthy enthralled the audience with revolutionary films. It is observed that for every movement, revolutionary writings and films have ushered in a change in the people. The life of the movie is the story. It is an undeniable truth that movies have a great impact on people. If films are made with a universal perspective, this whole world people becomes the best thinkers and undertakes to protect the universe. The audience should watch the every bit of film without missing a single scene. We want unforgettable scenes, unforgettable living characters, unforgettable words, all-time hits. All-time hits are not. That's the reason for that movie. The audience should watch the film without a single scene distracting them. We want unforgettable scenes, unforgettable living characters, unforgettable words, all-time hits. Not all-time hits. A director should be an inspiration to today's people.